Hi all, it's Lisa from Little Crochet Creations, and I just wanted to share this video with you all. I had so many requests to put out a how-to start a graphghan video after I posted the one that I did. So in case you didn't see that one, this is a picture that I sent to Lisa Conley. She's actually on www.graphghans.com. You can go there and look at the portraits that she has that she's made changes to. And this is the picture I sent. As you can see, the top of the picture was cut off. She was able to go in, recreate the top of the picture, and then send me a graph, both written and in graph form, so that I could go ahead and start the blanket. The finished product that everyone saw was this. So what I want to do is take a few minutes today to go ahead and show you how to start the graphghan. Okay, so the graph that I'm going to use today is dog face. This particular one is number 4, and it's 31 by 31. The colors that we're going to be using for this particular one: black, dark brown, medium brown, light green, and white. So instead of the light green, I'm going to use a purple. Okay, but it lets you know. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically, are the color changes that we're going to be doing. The graph itself looks like this, and each square on the graph represents 1 stitch. So I'm beginning by making 2 rows of 31, which actually, since you need 31, you're going to do that extra 1 because you're going to skip the first stitch because I'm using a single crochet. So I've gone ahead and started my first 2 rows, assuming that everyone already knows how to begin. So once you have your first 2 rows done, reading the graph across, and when you're working on a graphghan, you work from right to left, then you flip your work and you're working back across the opposite direction. Most times I use a program called XODO. You can find it online. It's a free download, and it will keep track of the lines that you're completing on your graph. So I've worked the first 2 rows. So then going back across for the next row, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of my base color, which I'm using purple. So I'm going to go ahead and crochet. I'm going to do my chain 1 and crochet across 11. Okay, so when we get to our 11th single crochet, we're going to go ahead and do our color change. So go ahead and drop your purple to the back, pick up your next color, and when you put it on, letting your tail drop to the back, go ahead and pull that through. So small tug on my purple just to make sure it's snug. And what I'm going to do now is 4 white single crochets. So I want to carry across my purple and my white tail. So I'm going to hold on to them, bringing them across as I do my next 4 single crochets. Okay, so and this is going to hide the tail. So when you get to your 4th single crochet of white, you're going to drop the white because we're picking up the purple for our color change. What we're going to do though is we're going to carry our white across because we need it again. So once you go ahead and pick up your purple, pull it through, little tug on the white, you're going to pick the white up and you're carrying it across with your tail for that purple. And then of course we're changing back, so drop your purple always to the back. Make sure you're carrying across your tail. Pick up the white, pull through, a little tug on the purple, and we have our color change. Now we're going to continue across with the white, but we also want to carry our purple across on this one, okay? So purple, the tail, we're going to go ahead with 4 more white. Okay, so our last white, we're dropping the white back behind again, still carrying our tail across. We're going to go ahead and pick up the purple and complete our purple going across. And then chain 1 at the end. So when you get to the end of the row, you're going to flip your work. The white, of course, is hanging to the back. We're going to go ahead and do our next 10 single crochet. Okay, at this point we're picking up our white. So you bring your purple around, dropping it to the back, pick up the white. So at this point, when you pick up your white, you want to make sure that it stays even with that first white stitch. Okay? Go ahead and pull your yarn over, making sure the purple is to the right. Complete your first white single crochet. And then for your second, making sure that yarn is over, you're going underneath to complete your next stitch. Okay? Let me do it one more time for you. So make sure the white is pulled over, you're going underneath and pulling it to complete, so that way that's hidden. And then you're just going to continue across with your white. Okay, so when you get ready to get to your color change back to purple, we've gone ahead and pulled up our loop, pulling the white to the back, and we're dropping it. We're going to add in our color change. Okay, we're changing back to purple, so of course your tails drop to the back. Okay, pull through and go ahead and make that first stitch. So now you want to make sure the white is pulled tight, or snug I should say, and then we're going to carry our tail of the purple across. Depending on the length of the tail, sometimes I carry it all the way and sometimes I go ahead and drop it and cut it off or weave it in. So I'm going to leave that one right there to weave in later. Chain 1 at the end of the row. And then we're working back across. So working back across, we're on white rows right now. So there's not another color change for 2 more rows. So I'm going to go ahead and complete those rows and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're starting on our color change to black, and this one's going to be for the dog's nose, and it's right in the middle. So I want to show you this before I give a picture of the graph so you can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to change back to white, so I'm dropping the purple. I'm going to pick up the white. And when you're changing, if I didn't mention before, make sure you're holding the white, pull through, go ahead and you're making that first stitch. Once you do, a little tug on your purple, okay? And then I'm making 6 white chains. So on the sixth one is my color change. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the white, and I'm picking up black. And the black is going to be 3 single crochet. So I'm not going to carry my white across, but I am going to pick up my black tail to carry it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 3. And then on the last one, I'm going to change back to white. Okay. And we're dropping the black to the back. I'm also dropping the tail. I don't want to carry the black over because it will show through the white. Okay? So just remember, you really don't want to carry dark colors under white. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up to complete that stitch. Make 1 white chain. I'm stopping here just for a moment, just so I can get that tug on the black to make sure it's secure. And then go ahead and finish out my white. At the end of the white, I'm changing back to purple. So I want to make sure that I'm pulling that purple over because I have to include 1 more white stitch. So if you have an extra stitch that's coming out over your previous color, you always want to make sure you're pulling your yarn over so that it doesn't show. Okay? Pull it up, drop my white to the back, pull my purple up to change colors, and then I'm going to continue on to the end. Then at the end of the row, chaining 1 and beginning my next row. So as you can see, the front and the back and neat, okay? So this is where we carried our purple over. I'm going to snip this off, or either weave it in a little bit and then snip it. This is my purple that I'm carrying. And what I do is, if I'm working with a lot of colors and color changes, I actually use these clips from the Dollar Tree. You get like, I think 6 clips in a bag maybe for $1. And also a drying rack to hold my clips. I'm going to include this graph in a link in my video, so you can go ahead and start this free pattern. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And thank you for watching Little Crochet Creations.